You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP, live here in Newburyport as the Clippers are taking on the Manchester Essex Hornets. I'm Steve Bowen, live with Hall of Famer player and coach Sean Gallagher. What a great night of football we have upon us.
Yeah, I tell you, beautiful night, Friday night. It's homecoming here in Clipper Nation. You know, the kids are coming in, and I'll tell you, there's nothing like a home game here at Stehlin Field, and we should have a great one.
Can't forget our crew, Maeve Power, our producer, Oliver Looker in the studio, making all the magic happen. And we got Tom Goodwin on the camera tonight for the big matchup. Clippers coming in 0-3 on the year, but they've had some really good matchups and played a great game coming off the bye. Essex Tech's lost 28-21, but really good ball game for them. They've been in most of the games this year, but they're looking for their first victory under head coach John Weber, who is the interim coach. So big night of football coming up for the Clippers, trying to get that first win. Yeah,
and I think that bye probably came in at the right time, Steve. As we were watching, you know, the Clippers were banged up in the beginning of the season. You know, tonight it looks like they'll have TJ Schieber back as he suited up tonight. And, you know, overall, you know, I think overall for the Clippers, it's really just getting healthy. And I think Coach Weber and his coaching staff, you know, took advantage of that extra week to get healthy and jump right back into the season here.
Yeah, I mean, some really good highlights from the week before, after the bye. Before the bye, first drive, the Clippers drove 64 yards on 9 plays and had that nice touchdown run by the quarterback, Miller. I'm sure that they would love to start off the game just like they did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, and Miller, you know, he was a gamer. He was playing pretty much limping throughout the entire game, you know, against Essex Tech, and he's just a gamer. And I just think, you know, he had a extra week of rest, and, you know, I just think tonight is the night in the sense of the Clippers, I think, feel pretty strong coming into this game against Manchester Essex.
Over on the other side is the Hornets. They're 2-1 on the year under head coach Joe Grimes. This team is got some talent as they beat Triton last week 38-32 in a great game, and Kip Academy, they got the victory as well, 34-12, and they lost to West Bridgewater, a very good team, 16-30. So this team coming in 2-1 on the year, looking to go 3-1 on the season. This team likes to run the ball quite a bit. Zach Hurd, their quarterback, the senior, threw for 126 yards last week versus Triton, but had 21 carries for 160 yards and 4 touchdowns. So they got some playmakers over there on the Manchester Essex Hornets side for the QB.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, when you have a quarterback like that has the ability to throw the ball and also run, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. You know, the last couple of weeks ago, if we're going back to that defense, you're going to have Schieber back on the defensive side of the ball, which I think will help. And you also had Henry Thurston coming back from last year. I just think he's such a great linebacker. And then having them two as a tandem, we saw what they did on Thanksgiving against Amesbury as a tandem on that defense, and they're kind of back tonight. So it'll be it's a great challenge when you have a running team and you're a linebacker, because that's what you really want. You don't want to be dropping, you know, pass drops. You want to be attacking the football, and I think that kind of suits for this Newburyport defense.
Yeah, most definitely. And coming off the bye, like you said, well-rested is this Clipper team. So looking to get their first victory on the season in front of the home crowd. So big game for the Clippers to get on that winning. And we're going to get to the national anthem. And that, folks, is the national anthem live here in Newburyport at James T. Stehlin Field. Friday Night Lights are on, and we've got a great matchup tonight. Newburyport Clippers 0-3 on the season, but looking for their first victory against Manchester Essex. Really looking forward to seeing what Jack Miller and this team can do tonight, Sean.
Yeah, and I think when you go back to the last game, they were moving the ball up and down the field, and when they got towards the red zone, there was a couple of key turnovers in the Essex Tech football game that kind of cost Newburyport. But I think offensively, Steve, they have the ability to move the ball. Jack Miller, stepping in from Colin Fuller last year, has done a great job at the quarterback spot. I just think tonight it's really on that defense, and when you get a defensive player like Skiba back, it should give a little bit more enthusiasm for that defense. But I would like to see, there's two philosophies when you come out, Steve. You can kind of sit back defensively, run a base defense, see what the offense is doing, or you can come out and just purely attack. And I think Newburyport, I'd like to see them attack right off the bat.
All right, Manchester Essex gets the kickoff from the 20 up to the 34-yard line, so that's where they're going to start 1st and 10. We're going to get this ball game rolling, see what the Hornets can do here on their first drive of the game, coming in 2-1 on the season under head coach Joe Grimes. See what kind of offense they're going to bring out. Zach Hurd, their quarterback, the senior, had 4 touchdowns last game versus Trayan. He's lonely in the backfield, out of the gun, spread offense out for the Hornets. 2 wide receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Man in motion, gets the carry, goes to the right at the hash mark to the 35, and then gets down to about the 37-yard line. Was that TJ Skiba in there with the tackle?
Skiba, yep, pursuing down the line. Nice job that time. Running that spread offense that we've been seeing. I think a lot of teams come out in the spread these days, and so something that Newburyport defense has seen, the spread.
Single back this time with the 2 tight end set, 1 wide receiver out to the right. We got motion at the line, flag down on the play.
Yeah, time, I think one of the right tackle jumped before the snap. There's some movement on the defense that time, kind of shifting around. I think assisted with that, legal motion there.
Great to see Skiba back in the defense. The junior linebacker back for the Clippers from the injury. Single back is Vallejo. It's a keeper by Hurd, though, looking for an open man. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Nice defensive play there to knock it away by Newburyport.
Yeah, great defense that time. Some good pressure on the quarterback. I tell you, that was going to be like an outlet pass really to the right side of the defense. And Thurston didn't get fooled. The back kind of slipped past, crossed his face, and he ended up running with them. And that coverage for Thurston ended up creating that incomplete pass. So a nice read that time by the linebacker.
Broadbent, the lonely back, 2 tight end set, 1 wide receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Hurd looking to throw. He does over the middle. Incomplete pass, just overthrown, intended for Felix Wood.
I tell you, as we were talking last game against Essex Tech, and Bennett Bullier, the other linebacker, number 71, had himself a pretty good game against Essex Tech, and that time he was on a blitz to the weak side there, Steve, and really put a lot of pressure on the quarterback to force this punt.
4th down and long now, 10:42 here in the first quarter. Here's the punt. It's up. It's a good one. It's all the way back to around the 30-yard line. Nobody around it. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 29. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Clippers. Let's see what this offense can do tonight in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, and I think, coming out, it's homecoming here. Everyone's pretty excited. Offensively, this is where you kind of want to settle down a little bit and probably get a couple of the basic plays in first.
at their own 29-yard line.
You know, sometimes that's predictable, Steve, but if you run a basic play, it allows your offensive line to kind of get that first hit out of the way, get the guys to settle down a little bit. So we'll see what they do here.
Split back out for the offense with Miller in the gun. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Here, 1st and 10 for the Clippers. It's a handoff up the middle. Couple yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Clippers.
As we were saying, nice little run that time. Pick up about 2 to 3 yards. Tell you, Noah Benson, the center, coming back from last year. He's, I think, a key asset in that offensive line. Having a whole year of varsity play under his belt.
Suozo and Fowler, the split back with Miller in the gun. He hands it off. It's a Suzo carry. Same exact play as the first one. Gets a few more yards on that play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now for the Clippers.
Right, 3rd and 3. Be probably looking maybe for Miller to roll to his throwing arm. When you have a quarterback like Miller, I really like giving him that run-pass option, you know, where he's rolling out looking to connect with the receiver. But if he has the corner, tuck and go to get the 1st down.
Newburyport now in the spread on 3rd down. Suozo, the lonely back with Miller in the gun. He's looking to throw, looking for an open man. He throws it to the left. He's got overthrown, looking for Mongo. Going to bring up 4th down now for the Clippers.
That time pretty well covered. I don't think Manchester Essex was fooled on the little play action there. So now Newburyport's here to punt. So both teams, their first drive. Credit both defenses, 3 and out.
Feeling each other out right now. Are these two teams 0-0 on the board? 9:08 here in the first quarter. Punt unit out for Newburyport. It's a high one. Bounces right about the 35 and going to roll to the 33-yard line as no one around it. That's where Manchester Essex is going to get their 2nd offensive possession from about their own 33-yard line. We'll see what this offense looks like. That defense looking really good so far for the Clippers.
So far, and I believe having Skiba back at the middle backer with Thurston and Boyer on the outside. That's a pretty good linebacker core right there. And then you got to credit that secondary. You know, the last series, you know, playing man-to-man and running with those receivers.
Spread offense out for Manchester Essex. Man comes in motion. But lonely in the back is Hurd. He keeps it, the QB keeper, but nowhere to go. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that was a design QB keep it to the right side. They brought the motion over for a lead back. But nice penetration that time by the defense. Those defensive linemen there. Noah Benson also playing D-line. Center, and he's also a defensive tackle. Had a nice job penetrating that time. Along with the left is defensive end, Zachary Bell.
Here come the Hornets on 2nd and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Single back. Looking to throw his Hurd. He does to the left. Caught incomplete. 37, 38-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 for the Hornets.
Yeah, nice job defensively that time, too. There's going to be a little slip screen to the left side. Trying to grab some numbers there on the tackle. Braden Fowler was the lead on that tackle. Nice open field tackle by him in the corner.
4th down and 6.
2 tight end set, 1 wide receiver to the right, 1 to the left. To end around, carried by Charlie Thurlow. Gets just a 1st down. Great tackle there. Jackson Bryce, but going to be a 1st down for Manchester Essex.
Yeah, just kind of a buck sweep type of look out of the spread offense. Nice job by the guard and the tackle as they pulled up through the hole.
Ball's at their 45-yard line.
Where they come up with these names, jet sweep, buck sweep, I can't keep track. But that was a nice play for first down for the Hornets. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Single back out there for the Hornets. He gets the carry up the middle. Going to get 5 and more yards after carry. Gets a few more. About 7-yard gain on the play. Trying to get a number. At 34, that's Conrad Garfield with the carry.
Yeah, Boyer on the stop downfield, but that time, Steve, they ran an inside trap. Nice job by Manchester Essex offensive line. Number 74, Nathan Powers, the senior, coming down and trapping, creating that that lane.
Garfield, the single back, 2 tight end set with 1 wide receiver out to the left. Man in motion comes across, but Garfield gets a carry up the middle on the trap. But he's not going to get the first down, and he's brought backwards by the Clippers. You can see that confidence in the defense tonight. I think Skiba's making a difference already.
Yeah, that defensive line right now is getting some good penetration up front. You know, you have Noah Benson, and then also you have Nick Roper. Those are your D tackles. They're running a 4-3 defense with those 3 linebackers, Thurston, Skiba, and Boya.
3rd and 2 now for the Hornets. Big play coming up. Ball in the Clipper, 47-yard line. Garfield right behind Hurd, who's in the gun. But it's that sweep, and it's a first down. Thurlow. They've run that play a couple times, and it's been successful. First down for Manchester Essex.
Yeah, right now I think that's kind of like their go-to. You know, they got the first down. It was 3rd and long, and the first time they ran that. Then you had 3rd and about 4 or 5, and they come back to that same play.
First down and 10. Manchester with the ball at the Newburyport 42-yard line.
2 tight end set with Garfield, the lonely back. Hurd out of the gun. 1 wide receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Man comes in motion left to right. Hurd looking to throw. He does. He's got one-on-one coverage. It's up. Oh! Looks like a trip and a flag on the play. Might be on the offense, though. I think the offense might have tripped him up. Fowler's got his hands up like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah, it actually looks like, I thought it was going to be offensive pass interference. Because it looked like Fowler had a play on the ball.
Yeah.
And was pulled down.
Oh, on the defense.
That's a rough call.
Yeah, it looked offensive to me.
I mean, if Fowler doesn't fall down or get pulled down there, he's probably going to intercept that pass.
Agreed. Can we play it back on the screen?
We have to get Goodwin a better camera. Yeah. You know what I mean? We need instant replay up there.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, tough break for Newburyport as they get called on the defensive interference. Lonely in the backfield is Zach Hurd, the quarterback. Spread offense out for the Hornets. Hurd's going to keep it, looking for a hole up the middle, but nowhere to go. Brought down. Nice play by the defense of Newburyport.
I'm just going back, Steve, but, that interference call, and, maybe I guess I'm past my time, but it's not a spot foul. Like for high school, it's usually a 10-yard penalty, but they have it as a spot foul down there. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Maybe I haven't coached since '99 though. So
my buddy's a ref, so maybe I'll text him when I get a chance.
Back then, they don't let you throw the ball twice.
Right.
Now it's all spread offense.
Totally different than it used to be. Here's Hurd on the move, looking for an open man. He throws it towards the end zone. He's got a man caught and complete. Touchdown, Manchester Essex.
Tell you have to credit the quarterback there. Nice job. Set his feet, threw a nice ball on the money. And the offensive line for giving him the time to throw the football.
Nick Glass with another touchdown.
Tell you, Zach Hurd, You know, it was off of the same play action. They've been running that, like, kind of that jet sweep that we've been seeing. Run the same play action. This time Hurd holds on to the ball, sets his feet, and connects with his receiver for the touchdown.
Manchester Essex going for the two-point conversion. It's a throw towards the end zone. Incomplete, though. Looking for Adam McLeod, just overthrown by Hurd. 6-0 Hornets. Beautiful throw by Zach Hurd. That was on the money to his favorite guy, Nick Glass. This kid's only a sophomore. Had a big week last week. 6 catches, 114 yards with a touchdown. And then comes up big with a beautiful catch. But that throw could not have been any better.
No, you have to credit Manchester Essex for executing that offensive play. I still would go back. I really believe the Fowler had a opportunity to intercept that ball. It definitely looked like offensive pass interference as he was pulled down by the receiver. But, you know, that's what really set up that touchdown drive right there.
Yeah, most definitely. I could very well see that had gone the other way easily, as I thought it was going to be on the offense. But the call went the Manchester Essex way, and then they get a score off of it. So 6-0 with 3:48 on the clock. Kickoff going to be left to right from Manchester Essex.
It's an important drive, I think, Steve, here, just to get some type of offensive momentum.
Here's the kick left to right. It's a good one. All the way down to the 12. Fowler gets it to the 20. Beats a man, but then gets wrapped up and going to be brought down about the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Clippers. I'd love to see them get a nice drive here, get some first downs, and really start moving that ball, moving the chains.
Yeah, I think it's an important offensive drive here, and even if it's not points, Steve, but just to get some offensive confidence, get a few first downs, kind of get into a rhythm.
Yeah, sometimes when you're coming off a bye, you know, you might be a little rusty.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Shake that off a little bit.
I tell you, and I like the play action, but I also like rolling Miller. Like when you're going to throw the ball, rolling him out and giving him that run-pass option, because the last game I think he was the leading rusher for that offense.
Miller looking to throw a screen pass, caught and complete by Fowler up to the 30, but he won't come down. Then he gets finally wrapped up. Got one guy to miss, then wrapped up. Nice tackle, but about a 5-yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down for Newburyport.
Yeah, Fowler picks up 5, and number 56, Joe Glass, senior, Manchester Essex, nice open field tackle. But this is the kind of yardage you want, you know, 2nd and 5. It opens up your playbook where you can actually run the ball here, you can throw the ball here.
Suozo just to the right of Miller in the backfield. Miller in the gun, 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Suozo gets the carry, makes a guy miss to the 30, 32. Oh, fumble! Picked up by Manchester Essex. Suozo can't hang on.
Tell you, tough break. Suozo made a nice move. Ends up faking out one of the Manchester Essex, and that's just we used to call that like just an effort mistake and giving you 100% effort right there. He's trying to get the extra yards, and you can't fault any football player, especially a running back that fights like Suozo did there. And now the defense just got to step it up.
Hurd with the QB keeper, got 2-yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Hornets. Big turnover. Down 6-0 is the Clippers.
Tell you, Bennett Boyer that time on the tackle. I like utilizing him, Steve, as a guy that's your blitzer, you know. Sometimes he's only a sophomore, and when you put some of those linebackers on the attack, where they really don't have to think, they just got to fill a gap. It just they can be super aggressive, and every time I think Boyer goes on a blitz, he always makes something happen.
Yeah, he had a great game last week. Here's Garfield with the carry up the middle. Nice hole to run in. Going to bring up 3rd and short for Manchester Essex, looking for another first down.
Yeah, but also, we've seen Manchester Essex. They haven't really thrown the ball as much as we anticipated. He's running the spread offense, but as you were saying in the pregame, Steve, it's more of a running offense at this point. But as we saw, Hurd definitely has the capability of throwing the football when he needs to.
3rd and 4 for the Hornets. Garfield, the lonely back. Man comes in motion, gets the carry. On the sweep to the 30, gets close to a first down. Great tackle there by Matt Page. Let's see if he has enough, though, to get the first down. It's going to be close. Let's see.
They
They might bring the chains out. They're spotting it now right at the 20. Oh, he bumped it a little bit. It's going to bring up 4th down and inches. Hornets getting a lot of love tonight, Sean.
It's interesting because the referee that's spotting the ball is on the,
Yep.
what is it, the 25-yard line, but they put the ball almost on the 26.
All right, here we go. 4th down and inches. Garfield, the lonely back, spread offense out. It's a keeper by Hurd. He's trying to get up. Oh, he gets a first down. Oh, and more. Finally gets brought down right about the 11-yard line. Huge first down for the Hornets.
Yeah, I tell you, the Newburyport defense did a good job at the point of attack. They ended up shutting down the run. But then Hurd ends up bouncing it to the right side, and he picks up about 10 yards. So initially, a great job by that Clipper defense. But Hurd, just being the athlete that he is, ends up bouncing it to the outside and picks up the first down.
Yeah, just kept those legs moving, and it was enough, and then had a few more yards after the contact. So 1st and 10 from the 11. Man comes in motion, but it's a carry up the middle for Garfield, but nowhere to go as that Newburyport defense, and Skiba gets the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up for Manchester Essex.
Tell you, boy, he had a great blitz. He ran right past the running back when he got faked out, but I'll tell you, he can get in there. When he's on a blitz, Steve, he definitely gets in that backfield.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. 6-0 lead for Manchester Essex. Live here in Newburyport at James T. Stehlin Field. What a ball game we have tonight, Sean, as the Clippers trying to get a win and not go 0-4.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, it's 6-0. Couple big plays again. He had the pass interference and then the touchdown off of that. So as we were saying, we're kind of looking for that consistency. The defense really needs to step up right here and keep Manchester out of the end zone.
And we got to get that offense going as well. Jack Miller, got to get him going as he had an outstanding game against Essex Tech. 3 touchdowns along with 101 yards on 14 carries. And he threw for 171 yards as well. Would love to see Miller get the arm going.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that, he's just got to get into a rhythm right there. But I really like when against Essex, when he had the ability to run the football, he creates a lot of pressure on that defense. And I really like it rolling him out to the right or to the left. Gives him an opportunity to tuck that ball and run when it's there.
2nd and 10 from the 11 is the Hornets. Hurd in the backfield. He's looking for an open man. Trying to make some guys miss. Throws to the end zone. Got an open man. Caught and complete. Touchdown, Charlie Thurlow.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's that great job by the defense in the beginning there. Creating pressure. Stop Hurd. But he buys himself some time. He's one of those quarterbacks that's a good athlete. He's back there buying himself some time. Defense naturally will be looking at the quarterback eventually. And, it's like the pros do that, the college do that. You extend the play. And that time, just a nice job by Manchester Essex receiver, extending the play, finding a soft spot in that zone, and then Hurd ended up finding him.
Hurd in the gun with Garfield behind him. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Hurd's going to keep it up the middle, looking for it to get in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, but he is denied by that Clippers defense. So 2-point conversion is no good. So 12-0 score here on the board. 11:51 in the second quarter. Newburyport's got to get that offense going soon.
Yeah, I know. Although it's a 2-point conversion that stopped, there's a little momentum that shifts back to the Clippers. And as you were saying, Steve, I think this offense, we've seen them in a couple games. They definitely have the ability to move the ball and put points on the board. It's just finding, as you said, getting that consistency and, knocking the rust off a little bit, with that bye. So bye is beneficial in the sense you got to rest guys, get healthy again, but you also miss that, week-to-week game experience.
I'd like to see Fowler get a little bit more in the ball game too. He had 5 catches, 68 yards versus Essex Tech. Definitely Miller's got to look his way some more. And Suzo, great runner with the ball. Need to get him going as well. So let's see what this Newburyport offense can do here in the second quarter. Down 12-0 is the Clippers here on homecoming night. Kickoff's going to be right to left from the Hornets. It's a boot up the left side. Fowler gets it at the 10. Goes up the middle to the 15-20. Goes the left side, trying to make some guys miss. Trying to wrap them up is the Hornets. They finally get him down right around that 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Clippers. See what this offense can do.
Fowler return the kick.
Plenty of time here. You got 11 minutes left in the second quarter. And I think if you start getting a drive going here, getting a couple first downs, the home crowd will start to get into it. Get some energy back into the stadium.
Yeah, Clippers just some tough breaks tonight so far. Things just haven't gone their way, but so much time left on that clock. And this team's hungry for a win, 0-3 on the year. Would love to pick one up tonight against the 2-1 Manchester Essex Hornets. They go right back to that split back offense with 1 tight end in tight to the right, 1 wide receiver out to the left, 1 to the way out to the right. Miller in the gun. Hands it off to Fowler, who's got some room to the 20, 25, 30. Gets outside. He's got some daylight, folks. Down all the way to the 50. Brought down at the Manchester Essex 42-yard line. First down, Clippers.
Tell you, just nice run that time by Fowler, reading his blocks. Credit to wide receivers out there. Sustaining the blocks on the corner in the safety. It's a big run right there.
1st down and 10 to report.
Right
I do like that split back formation. I like more guys in the box if you want to run the football.
I like that. That's a new scheme that we've seen tonight. We didn't see it in the other game earlier this season, but here it is, back to the split back. This time it's Suozo with the carry, but he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. You're going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Clippers. Great tackle. Chris Glass on the play.
Where's the ball carrier?
Nice penetration that time by the defense.
Tackle by Chris Glass.
Right back to the spread is Newburyport on 2nd and 10. 3 wide receivers out wide to the left side. 1 to the right. Suozo lonely in the backfield. He's just to the right of Miller, who's in the gun. Clippers down 12-0, trying to make that change right now. Looking at Miller, looking to throw. Oh, gets crushed, but caught it complete still on the play. Thurston looking to get a first down. I think he's got it. Wow, Miller took a hit and still completed the pass.
Yeah, it's a gutsy play that time. Staying in the pocket, takes the hit. Henry Thurston, nice catch. I know they have him out at the wide receiver probably because, he's a big guy. He can block.
3rd down and 2.
I would love to see him more involved, almost like as a tight end or even like a fullback.
6 feet, 200 pounds. He's a big boy. Here on 3rd and short, Suozo gets the carry to the left side, trying to make a guy miss, but nowhere to go. Another great defensive play. Chris Glass. It's going to be a loss in 4th down coming up now for the Clippers.
Suozo, the ball carrier.
Tell you, Chris Glass, very fired up out there after his plays. Almost like Gastineau-like. And be careful, you don't want to get a flag for celebrating like that. But you got to love the defensive enthusiasm.
4th down and 7.
2 great plays, too, by Glass at the DN position.
4th and 7 from the 44. Clippers going to go for it. Miller out of the gun, looking for an open man, scrambling to the right. Going to let it go. It's a deep ball. Caught and complete. What a first down. Henry Thurston. Clippers with some life.
Tell you, great catch that time. Henry Thurston proved me wrong. I said I'd bring him in, tight end, fullback, and he just makes an incredible catch. You know, in traffic, all hands right there. Very athletic catch by Henry Thurston. That's why I'm up in the press box these days. I don't coach anymore.
Miller lets it fly and gets the big first down on 4th down. He's out of the gun with Suozo just to the right of him. Suozo gets a carry, going to the left side. Nowhere to go, though, as that defense swarms him. Might be a 1-yard loss on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and long now for the Clippers, but looking to get their first score of the night.
They like 2nd and goal at the, was it the 9-yard line?
Let's
Tell you, I know we've been running to the outside a few times, this and that, but you have Skiba's back, and you got Noah Benson. So Skiba and Noah Benson, heading up that middle of that offensive line. Be interesting to see if they try to run behind Skiba and Benson there.
2nd and goal from the 7. Suozo just offset to the left of Miller. Man comes in motion across left to right with 2 wide receivers out to the right. Miller looking to throw, but he's got nowhere to go. Scrambles, trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Clippers.
Tell you, I like that play. And that looked like a QB keeper the whole way. Tell you, Miller's gutsy, he just takes a couple hits there, but finds the end zone, keeps the legs driving. That's a great drive off of a great catch by Henry Thurston. Clipper right back into it. 7 minutes here.
And the extra point is up, and it's blocked by the Hornets. So 12-6 on the scoreboard. But a one possession game.
Yeah, there you go. So Clippers answer the call right there.
Great drive there by Newburyport, and coming up big on 4th down. Exactly what you want this offense to do.
Yeah, Miller ends up that big pass play. He rolls to his right, sets his feet, throws a strike to Henry Thurston. Thurston jumping up, and it's really what a textbook catch. Like both hands on the football, got the ball at the highest point, and he was in traffic, which made that catch even more difficult, but was not going to be denied. He must have heard me saying Gallagher would have put you at tight end. He's like, I'll show that guy.
Yeah, he did. Play of the game.
That's it.
Here's a big boot all the way back. Oh, bounces about the 1. What an incredible kick. Incredible. Picked up at the 1 by Manchester Essex.
That's a great special teams play right there, in the sense you stop this Manchester offense, Steve. You're going to get the ball with great field position. Really important defensive series here for the Clippers.
What a boot by Nick Garabarino. Couldn't have done it any better. Gets that thing to spin around at the 1. Went right over the head of the returner, and he pretty much had nowhere to go. Ball's going to be down at about the 15 So he's able to get some yards on it, but surprised it went over his head. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Hornets. It's a pitch and the carry. David Broadbent, he's going to go up about 5-6 yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down now for the Hornets.
Yeah, Skiber on the tackle. That time, nice job by the corner. Fowler and the DN, they forced that run back to the inside. You get that backside defense to pursue. That's the job of the corner and the DN, is to force the play back to the inside where you have help. But some nice runs. Nice runs tonight thus far by Manchester Essex. Their running backs are pretty good, getting that extra yards.
Here's a screen pass, caught incomplete. No gain on the play. Oh, whoa, he gets through some, got through a couple tackles. Going to bring up 3rd and short. I thought he was going to be down, but great hustle there. Number 8, Felix Wood, makes something out of nothing.
Yeah, he was all bottled up right there with 3 or 4 Clippers all around him. Now, as you said, it should have been no gain that time, but he had a couple guys miss, and he picked up a few yards to make it 3rd and short.
Ball on the 24-yard line. Broadbent in the backfield with Hurd out of the gun. Broadbent gets a carry up the middle. Nowhere to go. Great tackle. Guess who? TJ Skiba on the play.
Yeah, great job that time. I tell you, I love when the Clipper defense, when they get those blitz, I'm telling you, to me, they're like a blitzing type of team. They have some great athletes. Some of the guys are younger. And I think when you have them attack defensively, you know what I'm saying, Stevie? They don't have to think. They're not like reading keys. You're not doing any of that type of stuff. You're just like, hey, you're on a blitz. You're going through this, gap and just cause problems. And I think sometimes with a younger defense or younger linebackers, even DNs and things like that, I would always just send them. Let's not overcoach them. I don't want them thinking sometimes. I want them just to make plays. And I think when the Clippers have done that, and Skiba just showed that on his blitz.
Yep.
They can create havoc for those offenses. So great defensive series right there for the Clippers, giving Miller the ball back at midfield with 5 minutes left. Let's see what they can do with it now.
12-6.
I still love having Miller roll out. I'd like to see more of that.
All right, Miller out of the gun, 5:11 on the clock. Suozo just offset to the left of Miller. Spread offense out for Newburyport. Miller looking to find an open man, scrambling. Looking for him at the 40, throws it. Got one-on-one coverage. Oh, just overthrown. Looking for Thurston again. Miller, though, hit on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Clippers. Oh, we got a flag. Oh, against the Hornets, late hit.
I thought they were going to get a flag on Henry Thurston. It looked like the defender kind of wrapped him around the waist as that ball was in the air, but like you said over here, it looks like a personal foul. Is that what you're saying? Pushing.
I thought maybe a late hit on the quarterback. Oh, yeah, he's bringing it down 15 yards. All the way down to the 40 for Newburyport. 15-yard penalty on the play. Oh, you can feel that momentum on the side of the Clippers now. Just down 12-6 in front of the home crowd here on homecoming. Miller in the gun, just offset to the right is Suozo. 3 wide receivers spread to the left, 1 to the right. That's Owen Mongo. He's at about the 40. Screen pass caught incomplete. Brandon Fowler gets a few yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Clippers.
Tell you, Fowler's got great hands, catching that kind of with traffic all around him. 4 minutes, 30 seconds here, 12-6. Clippers are driving.
2nd down and 8.
Looking to get the lead is Newburyport. coming in 0-3 on the season, so would love to get their first victory in front of the home crowd for their interim head coach, John Weber. Here's Miller out of the gun. Suozo just offset to the left. Miller looking to throw. He does to the right side. Got a man just overthrown, though. In and out of the hands of Brandon Fowler. Going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, I think Miller's would like to get that one back. He just said to the coach, like, my bad there. I would have liked to see him tuck and run that one.
I thought he was going to. That's like his cup of tea right there.
It is.
Last time we saw Miller, he was limping, but now he's back and healthy after the bye week. Really want to get Miller going. He's got a great arm, and he can fly once he gets some open room to make a nice run. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd and 8. It's Suozo just offset to the right of Miller, who's in the gun. Spread offense out for the Clippers. It's a keeper by Miller up the middle. Gets a first down to the 30, all the way up to about the 26-yard line. Then gets pushed back by the Hornets, but it's going to be a first down for Newburyport.
Yeah, it's just a design QB keeper. I think we were saying that he was also the leading rusher, right, in that Essex Tech game.
Yeah, I believe so. 3 touchdowns last week as well. 14 carries, 101 yards.
Right, and the more you do that, what it does, Steve, it keeps those linebackers like in no man's land, in the sense of they're afraid of the run, but yet they got to drop back in their zone. So it's, you know what I mean? So the more Miller runs, I think it puts a lot more pressure on that defense. So they're not geared up coming after you, because there's that run responsibility that they have with the quarterback.
100%. Here's Miller looking to throw on the screen pass. Incomplete, though. Looking for Brandon Fowler. Just a little low, in and out of the hands of number 12. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Clippers from the Hornets 27.
Yeah, and I think, it's they've had some success with Miller running the football and the QB keepers. I haven't seen them really trying to test the middle of that defense too much this first half. And I'll tell you, I really like the play of Noah Benson, the center.
Clippers go back to the split back offense with one tight end in tight on the right, one wide receiver out to the left, one to the right. Here's the carry by Fowler. Gets a few yard gain on the play. And going to bring up 3rd down and long now for Newburyport.
Fowler the ball carrier.
Yeah, and you got 3 minutes here. This is really 2-down territory. So you don't need to pick up all 9. You're looking to get at least 3, 4, 5 yards here. Miller getting the play.
Thurston back in the game with Kean Marcos. Look for Thurston here on 3rd down and long. Ball at the 26-yard line of Manchester Essex. Newburyport comes out in that spread offense with 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Suozo in the backfield. He's offset to the right of Miller, who's in the gun. Miller looking to throw as he scrambles backward. Nowhere to go. And that Manchester X defense gets a sack. Huge loss. Clippers 4th down and very long.
Zero tackle for a loss.
Tell you the
Chris
Glass on another big play. Doing the celebration, and you love the enthusiasm. But I was watching that ref. He was about to throw that flag, and I think one of the assistant coaches, yelled out to Glass, "All right, calm down," because that would be the worst, to get a 15-yard celebration penalty.
Especially after a play like that.
Yeah, he's had himself a great first half.
Miller lonely in the backfield out of the gun. 3 wide receivers spread to the right, 2 to the left. We got motion on the line. I think it's going to be on the Hornets. Let's see here on 4th and 19.
And to get offsides defense. They'll pick up 5 yards there.
That helps a little bit.
Manchester Essex with a 5-yard penalty.
1:26 left here in the second quarter. Newburyport down 12-6, but looking to score and take the lead right now in front of the home crowd on homecoming night.
Looks like we can get a timeout here.
Timeout, Manchester Essex.
What would you like to see Newburyport do here to get that first down? What play?
I don't know a specific play, but I do like Roland Miller out to his right. I think they had a trips formation. You know, drag the guys across the field, you know, from the left side, bring them across. And then it gives Miller, as he's rolling out, right, you have like three depths. You got the flat, you got the intermediate, and then you got a deep zone that he could be looking at. And what I like about when you bring people across, if they're playing man-to-man on the receivers, it's really hard to play man-to-man when you're chasing someone from across the field. It's easier to play man-to-man when the routes like goes, you know, a straight go or a post or even a curl in front of you. It's hard to run man-to-man when people are coming across the field. So that's what I would like. And then just, you know, and Miller's smart enough and tough enough. Like, if he's got the ability to run the football, you know, he's definitely going to take it.
4th and 13 from the 30. Miller lonely in the backfield out of the gun. He's looking to throw, trying to find an open man, has pressure. Caught, a complete first down. Brandon Fowler. Huge play for the Clippers.
Tell you, nice job that time. Miller setting his feet. And Fowler, nice little pass pattern. Gets right behind the linebackers. Picks up a huge first down with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the half.
Ball all the way down to the 11-yard line. So Newburyport looking to get another score here at the half. They were down 12-0, but they came fighting back just like the Clippers do every week, trying to get that first victory in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, it was just a great pitch and catch right there. Tell you, Fowler brings a lot to the table too as a student athlete. You know, he's got the speed to outrun people, but he's also got the agility, especially on the passing offense, to settle in, find like that soft spot of his own defense, and that's what he just did right there.
Yeah, Fowler's been coming up big for this team this season. Just a junior, so he'll be back next year as well. And we all know Jack Miller, the quarterback, can run and throw. 1:12 on the clock, 1st and 10 from the 11. Clippers looking to score here. Let's see what offense they bring out. They've been going to that split back, but this time they just go to a lonely back, who is Suozo. He's offset to the left of Miller with 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 spread out to the right. Man comes in motion. It's a QB keeper, though, but brought down. Great tackle there and sack on the play. Nathan Powers.
Where are the ball carrier?
Yeah, Powers just grabbed his. Miller just couldn't escape, kind of grabbed that jersey. I thought he was going to break that tackle, but not that time.
12.
This time they go 3 wide receivers out wide to the right. Suozo offset to the right of Miller. And then out on the left side's Owen Mongo. Looking to throw is Miller as he's scrambling to the right. He's at the 30. Looking to throw. Oh, caught incomplete. Pushed out of bounds. Nice catch there. Matt Page going to get a few yards on that play. Going to bring up 3rd and long now for the Clippers.
First pass, complete to Page.
That was a nice catch. Picked up, as you said, Steve, a few yards. Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock.
Timeout, Newburyport.
Newburyport's going to take a timeout as there's 22 seconds on the clock.
Sean, you remember that inside screen they've run a couple times right over the middle? They did that last game. I'd love to see that right here. It's a trickery play. Make Miller look like he's going to run, then throw that screen right over the middle.
There you go.
Henry Thurston, I guarantee you he's going to be there for that ball.
There you go. I love it.
Let's see what they do here.
Let's see what they do.
Really looking forward to seeing how this one goes. 3rd and 11, 22 seconds left in the first half. 12-6 score here at James T. Stehlin Field. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP. I'm Steve Bowen, alongside Hall of Famer, player and coach Sean Gallagher from Salem High. And you can't forget about the team. Maeve Power, our producer, Oliver Looker in the studio, and on the camera, Tom Goodwin. And here we go, 3rd and 11 from the 14, 22 seconds on the clock. Split backs out for Newburyport. It's a carry by Mongo. He's going left side, then he throws it to the end zone. Intercepted, though, by Manchester Essex. And it's going to be a turnover.
Tell you, tough break that time. It's like a halfback pass. They look like they're running the sweep to the left side. Thurston was open in the corner of the end zone.
Mongo's pass attempt for Thurston.
And then I just think the timing of that allowed that defender to kind of make a break on the football. So really tough break that time for the Clippers.
Nice defensive play and the interception in the end zone. And Manchester Essex going to keep the lead here at the first half. Looking here on the sheet, Mongo is a quarterback. He's probably the backup QB. But just didn't have enough height on that ball. And the defense able to swallow it up. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 20. On the interception in the end zone. Man comes in motion. It's a carry up the middle. Oh, no, it's a jet sweep. Number 1 keeps it. Charlie Thurlow, he goes out of bounds. First down for Manchester Essex with 8 seconds left.
They're kind of like a reverse that time, trying to catch Newburyport off guard.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah. I thought they were going to down the ball and get into the into halftime with the lead.
Very well-designed play there by the Hornets.
26-yard line.
And with 8 seconds left, let's see if they're going to go for it. Or like Sean said, kneel it. No, looking like Hurd's in the gun. With Garfield in the backfield. Hurd looking to run on the QB keeper. Got a hole, he's off and running to the 30. 35 goes outside, then cuts back in. That Newburyport defense, though, gets him out of bounds at the 40. And that's going to do it for the first half. 12-6 ball game. Manchester Essex with the lead over Newburyport. Stay tuned for second half action. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP, live here in Newburyport. 12-6 is the score. Manchester Essex with the lead. They're on the road, coming in 2-1 on the year. Newburyport 0-3, looking for that first victory. What a fantastic half we had on the first half, Sean. Really looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, I think both clubs did very well. I think moving the ball offensively. Newburyport had that chance late in the second quarter. I think like 22 seconds left. 1st and goal on the 9-yard line, or 2nd and goal. And then that interception by Manchester Essex kind of seal that and not allow Newburyport to tie the game up. So I think the second half, what I liked that second quarter on the Newburyport defense is they were running a lot more schemes, blitzing. I like to see them continue to do that to kind of slow down that Manchester Essex offense. And then allow Miller to, I think Miller started feeling a lot more comfortable that second quarter. Really started moving the ball, the offense rallying around their quarterback. So really just come out and continue some of those basic things that they were doing offensively that second quarter.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how Henry Thurston plays in the second half as well. He had a huge play in the first half on 4th down, came up with a big catch. Newburyport able to score off of that 4th down. And then the next possession. And that got 6 points on the board for the Clippers. I really like the defense, too, that Newburyport's been bringing, especially TJ Skiba, number 55, just a junior, but he's playing at a very, very high level. And really looking to see what he can do here in the second half as well.
Yeah, as we were saying, that second quarter, the defense really started playing a lot more aggressive. kind of slowing down that Manchester Essex offense down, and just really continued to do that. As we were saying, sometimes it's easier for a linebacker or some of the younger guys. You're saying like D tackles, D ends. If you scheme, like if you're a D line and you're scheming, you're running stunts and slants and things like that. It kind of takes the thinking out of the game for some, student athletes, especially the younger ones. And I'll tell you, every time Boyer is on a blitz, he's just got a knack to get in there. So I would almost send him almost every play to try to, create some havoc in that backfield for Manchester Essex.
Yeah, with him and Skiba at the linebackers, really, really tough tandem here in the Cape Ann League. Let's see that schedule for Newburyport. Next week at Pentucket, then at Linfield. Then we're going to be back here versus Triton on October 24th. Make sure you tune into that one. And then they're at North Reading, and then on Thanksgiving at Amesbury. So great schedule, Cape Ann League teams. Really looking forward to seeing what Newburyport can do here in the second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think this is a important game for them right now. They have been playing very well up to this point. They're down by 6. But, you regroup it to the second half, and you bring up the Amesbury out. We'll never forget that game. Oh. The Snow Bowl game up there. And at the time, we were working for 104.9 North Shore Football. And it was 20, I think it was like 20 below, and not even exaggerating.
Nope.
The forecast around the state. And many other high schools, I think, canceled their Thanksgiving Day games. Except for Amesbury, we're in that cement ice box,
Unforgettable. Absolutely unforgettable. I think, was that 2018?
Yeah, I think I was at my first year. Well, no, it might have been was it my first year? I forget.
As superintendent?
Yeah, I started in 2018. So it might have been that first year.
One to remember, that's for sure.
Onside kick here.
Yeah, Newburyport thinks they got the ball. Let's see. Little trickery to start the first half. Let's see what the ref says. Oh, yeah, Newburyport gets it. So, first and 10 for the Clippers. Wow. What a great way to start the second half.
That's great. Great job there, time. Special teams. Clippers have the ball.
Wow, I love the play call. Definitely weren't ready for that one. Newburyport first and 10. Suozo in the backfield. He's offset to the left of Miller, who's in the gun. 3 wide receivers spread out to the left. Owen Mongo on the right side. Here's Miller. It's a handoff to Suozo. Goes to the right side. It's about 3-4 yard gain on the play. Going to bring up second down from the Hornets' 48 yard line.
I like that call right there. Suozo picks up about 3 yards. I still would like to see more of them trying to test that interior defensive line. Run between, like right behind Noah Benson and Skiba. Let's see what they got right here, Steve.
Same formation for Newburyport on 2nd and 7. Newburyport gets the ball after the onside kick. Screen pass, caught a complete. Fowler to the 45-40, gets a first down. Great tackle there. Number 8 just wraps up, Felix Wood just wraps up Fowler's ankle. Able to bring him down.
Just enough for the first down, though, so nice job by Fowler picking up the extra yards.
Tackle by Nick Glass. First down and 10 Newburyport.
Yeah, Miller and Fowler, that's a great tandem.
43 yard line.
Let's see what they can do here on 1st and 10 from the 38. Newburyport down 6-12, but looking to take a lead now here in the third quarter. Suozo in the backfield, just offset to the left of Miller, who's in the gun. 3 wide receivers spread out to the right. Miller looking for one of them. Caught incomplete over the middle. Kean Marcos with about a 4-yard catch on the play.
Nice pitch and catch that time. Linebacker was right there, not letting Marcos gain any extra yards.
Second down and 8.
Got to keep this drive going here, Steve.
36-yard line.
Keep that momentum in front of the home crowd here on homecoming at James T. Stehlin Field in Newburyport. Here come the Clippers in their spread offense with 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Suozo in the backfield. Miller out of the gun. It's a play action. He throws it, goes deep, got a man. Oh, just overthrown. Kean Marcos was the target. We got a flag, though, right around Miller. He comes up hobbling. It's going to be against the Clippers.
Look at a hold call here. I think they're gonna take it, Steve. You're gonna have a replay a second down, but it's gonna be like 2nd and 18.
Miller crushed on the play. He comes up limping. That's how we saw him 2 weeks ago against Essex Tech. Got to keep Miller safe, as he's the big playmaker for Newburyport. 2nd and 18 from the 46-yard line is Newburyport.
This is where that middle screen you were talking about, that play you liked at the last game. Essex Tech come in handy here. A middle screen would probably go.
Suozo in the backfield, man in motions Fowler. He's coming right to left. Miller looking to throw. He does. He goes deep. Got a man. Oh, Kean Marcos looked like he got hit, though, by Zach Hurd, and the flag comes out. Going to be defensive interference.
Miller's pass attempt to Marcos is incomplete. There's a penalty flag on the play.
That flag came out late. Let's see where they put the ball.
Yeah, that was my question, because remember the last time it was a spot foul for Manchester.
Now they're counting it.
Yeah. They have to go back to that first pass interference.
Yep. Which they Manchester Essex scored on.
Right.
Because of the spot foul definitely helped them. This time it's 15 yards. So
against Manchester Essex.
So still second down. 2nd and 3rd from the 31.
Ball at the Manchester Essex 31-yard line.
Suozo in the backfield with Miller out of the gun. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Miller hands it up to Suozo, who goes up the middle. Oh, just gets wrapped up, but going to get the first down on the play. Newburyport moving those chains.
See, I like that. I like Suozo just running right behind Noah Benson, Skiba.
Suozo the ball carrier.
And I think it's Zachary Bell.
Tackled by St. Laurent.
Get a number on the left guard, yep.
First down and
59.
Ball at the Manchester Essex 27-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 27. Newburyport goes back to the split back offense. Marcos and Suozo in the backfield with Miller out of the gun. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Suozo gets a carry, looking for a hole, but nowhere to go. Maybe a yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and long. We got some late flags in the backfield.
See a couple here. I'm not sure if it's going to be
Suozo the ball carrier.
personal foul.
Thurston's got his hands up.
Tackled by Powers. The penalty flag's on the play.
A little extracurricular after the play. Oh, against Newburyport, that's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Personal foul is against Newburyport.
I thought it was going to be kind of offsetting. But typically they always get the one that hits back.
Referees coming together. Going to count out the yards now because of the penalty.
We probably have 2nd and 15 here. No, 2nd and 25.
The ball goes all the way back to the 40-yard line.
That's a tough break right there for the Clippers. They had the momentum. They're kind of moving. I always felt the penalties, that obviously you lose the yards, which hurts you, but penalties are a momentum killer too.
Second and 22 from the 40, split backs. Out for Newburyport. Miller in the gun. Looking to his wide receivers to the left and right. Ball's hiked. Oh, he's scrambling. He's got nowhere to go. Throws it out of bounds. Smart play there by Miller just to get rid of it. Going to bring up 3rd and very long for Newburyport.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Miller. They're running man-to-man on the wideouts. It looks like they brought an extra guy in the box.
Another flag.
They doing intentional grounding here? Yeah.
Intentional grounding against Newburyport.
So that's going to go against Miller and Newburyport as he threw it out of bounds, had nowhere to go. Intentional grounding, 3rd down and a mile. As the ball's on the 48-yard line of the Hornets. Newburyport was down to about the 18-yard line or so. But after the penalties, all the way pushed back to the 48, right back to that split back offense for the Clippers. Here on 3rd and long, man in motion's Fowler. Screen pass caught incomplete by Fowler at the 50. 40, got some room. Hit out of bounds at the 30-yard line, but great gain on 3rd down. And 4th down, they're definitely going to go for it.
Yeah, that was a great game that time by Fowler. Puts the Jets on. Picks up a lot of those penalty yards. He's still 4th and long, but definitely a lot more manageable than, as you said earlier, a mile. Tell you, if they come back out in that man-to-man, I'm not sure if Manchester will do that.
Ball's at the 30-yard line.
But those crossing patterns, looks like they're playing a zone right here.
Suozo and Mongo in the split backs with Miller out of the gun. Mongo goes in motion. Miller looking to throw. He does over the middle towards the end zone. Got a man. Oh, in and out of the hands of Brandon Fowler. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Tell you, what a great effort that was.
Whew.
Fowler almost hangs on. Would have been an unbelievable catch. Just a great effort to get to the football.
Manchester Essex.
Yeah, he had some traffic over there, but somehow, some way, he got to it, but not able to corral it in. Ball goes out of bounds, incomplete, and the Hornets going to take over at their own 30-yard line. 7:12 on the clock with the 12-6 score. Tight ball game we have tonight. Beautiful weather here in Newburyport at James T. Stehlin Field. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP, bringing all the Newburyport home games. And here comes Manchester Essex with a man in motion. Hurd got nowhere to go. Oh, he makes one guy miss, but not number 59. Great sack there. Zachary Bell.
Nice job, Zach Bell. Tell you, Boyer comes flying in there. They just got to teach him to break down, because I'm telling you, he's got a knack of getting through the offensive line and creating havoc. Almost like he gets there so quick, he's like surprised he's in the backfield.
Just a sophomore, too. Kid's got wheels. 6'1", 190. Him and Skiba together. Dangerous tandem. Here comes Manchester Essex with a man in motion. Hurd looking to throw. Scrambling a little bit. Goes back to the other side, looking for, it's got some pressure, throws it to the right, got a man, caught it, completed the 30, 35. Finally brought down at about the 43-yard line. Going to bring a first down, though, for Manchester Essex.
Tell you, a couple of the big plays for Manchester Essex, you got to credit Hurd for buying time. A lot of those are just kind of like broken plays, buying time, and his receivers continue the pass routes, break off the route, and they kind of do that scramble, that scramble drill. They stay alive out there, and they heard nice job finding the open receiver.
In the backfield's Broadbent. Gets a carry up the middle, almost to the 50. On the play, well, 5-6 yard gain, second down now, coming up for the Hornets.
Nice run that time. Credit some of those offensive linemen for Manchester Essex, creating the hole. Nathan Powers is out there, right tackle. Had himself a nice block there to free up the running back.
Garfield offset to the left of Hurd. Garfield gets the carry up the middle to the 50, trying to get a first down. It's going to be close. Trying to push that pile, but nowhere to go. Going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it. Might be third and short. Yeah, it looks like what it's going to be, third and about an inch. Ooh, they gave him a nice spot there.
I know that. They call it third down with the down markers, but where they place the ball looks like a first down. Oh, here you go. They're making a first down.
Oh, yeah, moving those chains. That was a friendly spot. First and 10 now for the Hornets. Garfield in the backfield with Hurd. Two wide receivers out to the left. Garfield gets the carry. Uses that momentum to go forward. About a 5-yard gain on the play. I love that power back. Just give it to him. Go up the middle. Find a hole.
Yeah, and the Manchester Essex offensive line is doing a nice job that time. A seal block and pulling the guard. Tell you 56. Joe Glass. Right guard had himself a nice block that last play.
Two tight ends set. Man in motion gets it. Charlie Thurlow. Nowhere to go, though. Great defense by the Clippers. No gain on the play.
Like 3rd and 5 here. Big defensive play here. 3 minutes in the third.
Still third down and 5.
3rd and 5 from the 42-yard line. That Clipper defense playing strong here, trying to get that ball back for their offense to get another score, possibly take the lead in this game. Let's see what the Hornets can do here on 3rd down. Garfield, that lonely back man comes in motion, but it's a keeper by Hurd. He goes up the middle, gets a first down. He's got daylight, folks, to the 20, 10, touchdown, Manchester Essex.
Tell you that drive, we were seeing some good interior blocking. Manchester Essex, the 2 guards in the center, they were picking up some of those, yards right up the middle there. They do a design quarterback keeper and allow Hurd. It makes sense, right? You have your best running back as your quarterback. Allow her to take his turn and hit that middle. And I'll tell you, a burst of speed. Gets to that second tier quick. Ends up scoring a big touchdown for Essex.
In the backfield's Garfield. He's a lonely back. Let's see if he gets the carry. Nope, it's a keeper by Hurd. He's got lots of pressure. Nice sack there. Guess who? TJ Skiba. 2-point conversion, no good.
Skiba, nice job that time on his blitz. 18-6.
Score now Manchester Essex 18, Newburyport 6.
Clippers definitely still in this game. That offense looking real good here in the second half.
Just kind of shot themselves in the foot with those penalties back to back.
See what that Clipper offense can do here. Down 6-18 in front of the home crowd. 2:46 left here in the third quarter. What would you like to see the Clippers do here to get back on that board?
I think, Steve, it's just really continue to run your offense, but just you got to play mistake-free football, right? You can't be giving up, big penalties, holding penalties, personal fouls. I mean, those are the things that are always going to hurt your team, but really it hurts the momentum, especially on offense. Anytime you get a penalty, it kind of kills the drive sometimes.
Here's the kick all the way left to right. Fowler gets it at the 8-yard line, then brought down about the 26-yard line on the kickoff return. Conrad Garfield with the tackle. 1st and 10 coming out for the Clippers. Hopefully Jack Miller doesn't have that limp. Yeah, he looks like he's back okay. Miller, a dual threat, can throw it and run for the Clippers. Miller, the senior, comes in at 6 feet, 185. One of the top players in the Cape Ann League. He's in the shotgun. Usuozo just offset to the right of him. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Man comes in motion. Left to right. Suozo gets the carry. Oh, no, it's a keeper by Miller, but nowhere to go. And not fooled on the play. It's a sack for number 5'7", Caden Brennock.
Tell you, Brennock right there, nice job. Gets penetration, was not fooled by the play action. That's a tough way to start that drive, 5-yard loss.
2nd and long now for the Clippers. 3 wide receivers spread out to the right, 1 to the left. Suozo in the backfield. Miller out of the gun with 1:53 left in the third quarter. Miller looking to throw. He's going to keep it, though. 25-30. He's got some room. 35. Tucks it in and brought down for the first down. Clippers at the 42-yard line.
Nice job that time. Miller coming right back at it. Tell you, he's very slashy runner. You know, he can see how the play's developing, and he's got that deceptive speed. And as you said, he is banged up a little bit. I think since the beginning of the year, he's got that knee brace on. But even with that, he's picking up some great yards.
Yeah, he's a gritty player, never gives up. And you could just tell, like, the speed of the game is not too fast for him. He can see things before they happen, and he makes plays all over the field for Newburyport. But they're down 6-18 right now with 1:30 left in the third quarter. But they got a 1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line. Let's see what Miller and the Clippers can do. That spread offense out for Newburyport. 3 wide receivers spread out to the right, 1 to the left. Suozo in the backfield with Miller in the gun. Quick throw, screen pass, caught it, complete to Fowler at the 40, 45, 50. Got some room in the first down, then brought out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So great play there for the Clippers.
Yeah, nice little slip screen that time, and tell you got to credit Matt Page that time for the block. Key block out there on the cornerback. Freed up Fowler for another big first down.
Matt Page, the senior, had a couple nice plays tonight. Had a huge play earlier this year versus Masco with a 64-yard catch. So watch out for Matt Page. Let's see what Newburyport can do here on 1st and 10 on the Manchester Essex 45-yard line. Right back to that spread offense with 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Suozo, the lonely back with Miller, who's at the 49-yard line. Man comes in motion. There's Fowler. Suozo gets the carry, makes a guy miss to the 40. Got some room, 30. Brought down, big first down for Newburyport.
Yeah, getting the momentum here. 3 big plays in a row. Suozo that time. Nice, the hole wasn't there, so instead of just running forward, kind of does a shuffle step, cuts to the right side and picks up a big chunky yards. It's a nice run right there.
Ball with the Manchester Essex, 27.
That momentum on the Clippers side now. So that clock's ticking down to the end of the third quarter with 36 seconds on the clock. Newburyport looking to get their second score of the night. They got the tight end in tight on the left side with 2 wide receivers spread out to the left. 1 wide receiver is Owen Mongo out to the right. Suozo in the backfield with Miller. Miller looking to throw. He drops back to the 35 looking for an open man. He's got some pressure. Oh, big time sack. Guess who? Chris Glass on the play.
Tell you, Glass had himself a great football game for Manchester Essex.
Glass is a big boy. I wish I had his height and weight. But I would not want to see him on the other side. That's going to do it for the third quarter. 18-6 is the score. Live here in Newburyport. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP. What a great ball game we've had so far, and looking forward to this fourth quarter, Sean.
Yeah, 100%. You know, in Newburyport, you know, moving the ball here, they get big yards. You know, the moving the chains, 3 first downs in a row, and then all of a sudden, boom, you get a QB sack. I think that's been the, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Kind of the momentum killers that has happened to the Clippers. But once again, they're getting down into the red zone or close to scoring. You know, I think this is a good break here in the fourth quarter to kind of regroup, have the guys stay focused, and then complete this drive.
Definitely still in the ball game. Just down 18-6 right now. But if they can get a score here, it makes it a 1-possession game. Newburyport looking for their first victory of the year. They come in 0-3. Manchester Essex 2-1 on the season. Second down and 21 from the 36. Spread offense out for Newburyport. 3 wide receivers spread to the right. 1 spread out way to the left. Miller in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He's scrambling at the 45, looking for an open man. Cuts back to the left, still running. Got a lot of pressure, gets hit. Caught incomplete, though, at the 25-20. It's Thurston, then brought down at the 10-yard line. Wow. Jack Miller, great throw.
Great throw. I think that was Fowler on that
Fowler.
one. But he was just screaming like Doug Flutie like that time, just running around the backfield, Miller. And when, you know, to have that much time to throw the football, the secondary lost a lot of the receivers there that time, and I tell you, they capitalized on that throw, pitch and catch. Fowler with the big yards that time for the first down.
Miller showing his athletic ability. Finds the open man, first down. From the 11-yard line, Newburyport looking for another score. Suozo just offset to the left of Miller in the backfield. Suozo gets the carry, runs out to the right side to the 10. Going to get a few yard gain on the play. And going to bring up second down at about 7 now for the Clippers.
Suozo the ball carrier. Tackled by Joe Glass.
Picked up, like you said, see, about 3 or 4 yards on first down. Definitely 4-down territory. Now this is where you want to just stay consistent and focused.
Mistake-free.
Mistake-free. Get that ball in the end zone. That's what Coach Weber telling his guys.
Still plenty of time left on the clock to win this ball game. Here's Miller out of the gun with Suozo offset to the left. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Miller looking to throw. Oh, he's got pressure, though. No gain on the play. Gets brought down, maybe for a yard loss. Going to bring up 3rd and long now for the Clippers.
Yeah, they sent like 2 guys to the right side that time to create the pressure on Miller. Miller really didn't have much time to throw the football whatsoever.
Tackled by Powers.
At 3rd and 9 here.
Yeah, it seems like when the Hornets bring that blitz, Newburyport has trouble because then Miller's got no time.
Especially as the blitz is coming from the outside.
Ball's at the 10-yard line.
So even like a quarterback draw or anything up the gut versus that pressure.
Let's see what Miller and Newburyport can do. He's in the shotgun with Suozo just offset to the left of him. Here's the snap. Miller looking to throw. He does. Oh, in and out of the hands. Going for Henry Thurston, who is right at the end zone, but going to be incomplete pass. And going to bring a 4th down now for Newburyport.
Tell you, Miller zipped that right in there. It's a perfect throw between two defenders. A lot of traffic there, though.
Thurston might have been surprised that it actually got to him. Bobbled it, came out of the hands. Now 4th down. Let's see what Miller can do. Suozo just offset to the right of Miller, who's in the gun. 2 wide receivers spread out way to the left. Mongo lonely on the right side. Miller drops back, looking for an open man, goes to the end zone. Oh, in and out of the hands, incomplete as he had pressure. And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, he tried to go back to Henry Thurston that time and well covered. It almost like went through the defender's hands, almost into Thurston's hands. But once again, got to be a little frustrating for the Clipper offense. I mean, we've been watching them for the past few weeks. They can move the football from the 20 to the 20.
Oh, yeah.
Just struggling once they get into that red zone. A lot of positives. They just got to capitalize once they get down into that red zone.
Manchester Essex with the 18-6 lead, 9:04 left in the ball game. They're at 1st and 10 from about their own 9-yard line. Newbury defense needs to come up big right now. Let's see how Manchester Essex comes out of the huddle. They got a single back with tight end in tight on the left with 2 wide receivers to the left. It's a screen pass caught and complete the 10. And then dragged out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Felix Wood with the catch.
Wouldn't be surprised if they come back for that quarterback draw at some point with Hurd.
By Marcus and Bryce.
Especially off of the play action.
2nd down and 7.
Yeah, you give Hurd a hole to run through, and he could take it to the house at any time.
14-yard line.
Special player is Zach Hurd, the quarterback for Manchester Essex. He's made some great throws tonight as well for touchdowns. Single back is Garfield. It's a keeper by Hurd. Nowhere to go, though. Newburyport defense not fooled on the play. Maybe a yard gain, going to bring up 3rd and 5 or 6 now for the Hornets. That Newburyport defense coming up big.
Yeah, nice job that time by the defensive front, Noah Benson. We also had 59, Zach Bell in on the stop.
3rd down and 5. Ball's on the 15-yard line.
Time is ticking away here in the fourth quarter at 7:32 and counting.
Yeah, and they're using up that clock right now, taking as much time as they can between the plays. So that's good coaching on Manchester Essex.
2 tight ends set in for Manchester Essex. Here's the sweep to the 15. Great tackle, though, pushed out of bounds. Henry Thurston. Oh, no, looks like Adam McLeod hurt on the sideline as he got hit out of bounds. Oh, yeah, he's coming up limping. He's probably going to come out of the game for Manchester Essex. And it's going to be 4th down and about 4 or 5 yards. Let's see where they mark it.
here I don't know if you do a punt block here. I'd probably try to set up a return.
4th down and 4 from the 18 is Manchester Essex. Time is stopped at 7:09. Let's see.
Oh, I don't know if they're going to go for it if we try to draw Newburyport offside.
Yeah, they have their normal offense out. 2 tight ends set. Garfield in the backfield. Hurd, trying to get Newburyport to jump here on 4th down. But they do not. And a timeout is called. So Newburyport not outsmarted. And that punt unit probably going to come out for Manchester Essex, giving Newburyport another shot.
Yeah, and here you have a choice. You put a punt block on and try to get pressure on the punter, or a return. I mean, it's 4th and 3. I like the return here, especially if Fowler and some of your other running backs. Suzozo.
Yep.
Depending on who's the return. Because any type of running to the kicker or any of that type of stuff will give Manchester the first down. So I'd be leery of that. I'd try to set up a return here and see if you can make something happen.
Punt team out for Manchester Essex.
Is that Mongo back?
Yep, Mongo. He's on the hands team. He's at the 42 looking for the punt. Almost blocked. Oh, that's a great kick. Out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. 47 of Newburyport. Almost blocked though on the punt. Ends up being a good kick though for the Hornets.
First down and 10. At the 47-yard line.
Yeah, good pressure on the kicker. I always would get nervous of running into the kicker unless last resort, your punt block team. But they almost got that one.
Yeah, they did. Ends up being a great kick for the Hornets. Everything pretty much gone their way tonight for the most part. And they got an 18-6 lead. Here's 1st and 10, though, for Newburyport, trying to make that change on that board. Looking to throw is Miller. He drops back, got a man caught. Oh! In and out of the hands, Brandon Fowler. A little spin move there, but incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Fowler almost came up with that. Nice throw by Miller.
He comes up with that. He had some room. But that's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line is Newburyport. 6:56 on the clock. Right back to that spread offense. The Clippers have been in for most of the night. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 spread out to the left. Suozo in the backfield. Miller looking to throw as he drops back, got pressure, nowhere to go. And that's another sack for Manchester Essex. This time, Joe Glass.
Yeah, that's just manning up on the wide receivers, bring the extra guy in the box, and just really sending the house that time.
We got Joe Glass and Chris Glass. Both seniors, might be twins. On the line for the Hornets. Call those guys the Bash Brothers. They've been giving Miller a hard time all night. Here's Miller looking to throw. Drops back, goes over the middle. Got a man. Oh, intercepted, though. Charlie Thurlow, he goes to the ground. Going to be a turnover.
Yeah, a tough break right there for the Clippers. Yeah, a good effort trying to get the first down. But the free safety was just reading the quarterback the whole time that time, and comes over and gets the interception. 6 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. I wouldn't imagine Manchester Essex throwing the ball too much here, but a couple first downs, continue to let the clock run. It's kind of what Manchester Essex looking to do right here.
Garfield in the backfield with Hurd, who's in the gun. Two wide receivers out to the left. Garfield gets the carry, spins away from one defender. Maybe gets a yard gain on the play. That time just ticking away at 6 minutes and counting.
Yeah, now they're going to take their time here to get the play in. Use up as much clock as you can in between plays. And right now, that's the enemy of Newburyport right here is the clock, as 5 minutes and 40 seconds continues to run down. This defense, though, the way they've been blitzing, they could create a turnover or at least stop Manchester.
Two tight end set with one wide receiver to the left. Hurd's going to keep it on the run to the 40. Oh, makes Skiba miss. But then Skiba comes back and gets the tackle. Brought down at about the 48-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 now for the Hornets. Hurd loses his shoe on the play.
They might have to come out if it's a equipment timeout.
He runs over to the sideline to his coach.
I think he got it on his shoe.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to slip it on. Number 3 going to come into the game as Hurd on the sideline. Josh Smith, the senior.
Yeah, it was
a lot of confusion going on.
I heard like his shoe, it was halfway on, halfway off. So he's trying to tell the ref it didn't come off.
It didn't technically all come off.
Right.
So I get to stay in the game.
No, they have him out. I don't know, have him in? I don't know.
He's negotiating. Now they're going to let him stay in. Ball at the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 1 for the Hornets. Newburyport would love a stop right here. Get that ball back. Still 4:14 on the clock. Garfield in the backfield. Man in motion gets it to the 45. He's looking to get a first down. He does, and then pushed out of bounds at the Newburyport 48-yard line. Charlie Thurlow with a first down.
Pick up the first down that time. Another set of downs for Manchester Essex. 4 minutes left in the game. Manchester's very content, I think, Steve. Continue to run the football, use up the clock. They're not even really looking to score. And on the defensive side, you're looking to create a turnover. Second or third guy in, trying to strip the football.
Spread offense out for the Hornets. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 out to the right. Garfield in the backfield gets the pitch to the 45, trying to get outside of the 50. Makes a few guys miss. Skiba, though, drags him down. Skiba probably saved a touchdown on that play. But first down for the Hornets. I don't know where Skiba gets this speed, though. He just comes out of nowhere from behind and drags him down as this kid's running at full speed.
Yeah, Skiba's a good football player. Relentless on that defense. Continues to hustle through for all the plays.
That's the key word, relentless. That is TJ Skiba. Just a junior. He'll be back next year as well. Had a fantastic Thanksgiving game versus Amesbury last year. And he's just really impressed as he was injured, but he's back playing in the ball game tonight. It's a keeper by Hurd as he had some confusion there, but he keeps it, showing off that athletic ability. Going to get some yards after contact as well and going to get a first down on the play.
Yeah, he gets the first down, and the clock keeps on ticking. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the game. Manchester up 2 scores here.
Hurd reminds me a little bit of Colin Fuller from Newburyport last year. The fantastic quarterback.
Yeah, Colin was one of the best.
One of the best seasons the Cape Ann League has ever seen. Colin Fuller in Newburyport last year. Lost that really tough game on Thanksgiving. But what a great season they had. First and 10 now for the Hornets with 2:40 on the clock. Looking to throw his hurt. He goes to the end zone. Oh, great defensive play there by Newburyport. Owen Mongo breaks it up. Incomplete pass. Mongo, though, looks to be injured right at about the goal line. Hoping he's okay. Might just be a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like he's cramping.
Well, time's going to stop at 2:34. Second down and 10 coming up for Manchester Essex. Newburyport needs a stop right now. Stop the bleeding.
Yeah, as we were saying, Manchester Essex very content with methodical drive, taking your time in between plays, using up the clock. And Newburyport's got to see if they can, strip the ball, try to get a turnover here. Choose that second or third guy in on the tackle.
Make sure you tune in to our next home game versus Triton on October 24th. Live here on 96.3 WJOP, bringing you all the home high school football games this season here at James T. Stehlin Field. Second and 10 from the 24 is the Hornets. Garfield in the backfield. He's just offset to the left of Hurd. Two wide receivers out wide to the left. It's a screen pass caught and complete. Charlie Thurlow on the play. Going to get close to a first down. This Manchester Essex just taking their time.
Ben Buckmeyer on the stop.
They
gave junior corner.
Gave him the first down.
Tackled by Buckmeyer. First down and 10, Manchester Essex.
Taking their time as that time just keeps ticking away. 2:06 and counting. No 2-minute warning in high school football, so going to keep running down. Garfield in the backfield with Hurd. High snap, flag though, in the backfield. Hurd trying to get a few yards after contact, but nowhere really to go. Maybe a few yard gain on the play, but we do have a flag.
I think it's been illegal motion here.
Hurd, the ball carrier. Penalty flag on the play.
I think he had two guys in motion.
Time stops at 1:45. This is going to go against the Hornets. Ball was at the 10. Now they're bringing it all the way back to the 19-yard line. So that will help Newburyport a little bit here. That time, though, ticking away and counting at 1:37.
Yep, minute and 30 here. Oh.
What do we got? We got a referee blowing the whistle. Coming over to the coach at Newburyport. Interim coach John Weber taking over this season for the Clippers. Looking to get that first victory of the year.
Just trying to figure out what's happening out there. Good to go here.
1:29 on the clock.
Second down and 15.
I think we're good to go.
Now the referee going to talk over to head coach Joe Grimes on the Hornets side. .138 on the clock.
All right.
Referee just stalling there. All right, we're good to go now. Let's get it here. Second down and 14 now. Garfield in the backfield. One wide receiver out to the left, one to the right. Hurd spins it around and gives the carry to Charlie Thurlow, but nowhere to go. Maybe a loss actually on the play. Going to bring up third down now.
Third down, Newburyport just called a timeout.
Stop that clock at 1:30.
Timeout, Newburyport.
Really need that defense to step up right now, get that offense out for Newburyport.
Yeah, you got to be trying to get a turnover here or really try to strip that ball. Manchester Essex running backs are holding two hands on the ball, and they're going down typically at the first contact. Manchester, you're talking to the kids about ball security, holding on to that football, knowing that the Newburyport defense can be trying to punch it out or try to strip it out.
Yeah, you got to watch out for Skiba and Boulier. Getting through that line. Trying to make something happen.
Second down at 16.
Boulier and Skiba have been great all night for Newburyport.
21-yard line.
But this Hornets offense just been a little bit too much for the Clippers. As we have that 18-6 lead. Garfield in the backfield. One tight end in tight on the right. Garfield gets the carry, goes up the middle, trying to find a hole. Skiba, though, right there. Going to be about a 4 or 5 yard gain on the play. That's going to bring up third down and long. I think we got another timeout to stop that clock at 1:24.
Yeah, Coach Weber is going to be telling the guys the same thing. They stop the clock, save some time here, looking to create a turnover. I think Manchester is very content with just running the football. Two hands on the football.
Conrad Garfield, the junior running back, been stout all night for this team. Sees that power back that they like to use. And then you get Zach Hurd, the quarterback. He goes off and running for them as well. And he's had some great throws tonight as well, Zach Hurd, the quarterback. 3rd and 13 now. Man in motion comes across left to right. Garfield in the backfield. Got a whistle, though. Oh, false start on the offense. So going to bring it back another 5 yards. So 3rd and about 18 coming up for the Hornets.
Illegal procedure against Manchester Essex. The 5-yard penalty.
Keep pushing them back. Clock stops.
Third down at 18.
So 3rd and 18 for the Hornets. Hurd calling the play in the huddle. Zach Hurd, the senior, for the Hornets. They're trying to go 3-1 on the season. They can pull out the W tonight with that 18-6 lead, just 1:22 on the clock.
A lot of whistles.
Another whistle. As we have another timeout. They didn't like the defense they saw there.
I guess not. Yeah.
With that 18-6 lead. So Hornets take a timeout.
He's over-under on how many whistles will be in the next 20 seconds.
Quite a few tonight by these referees. All started off with that interference call. Didn't go Newburyport's way, and then Manchester Essex able to score on the next possession off of it. And then that fumble early in the game by Newburyport. I think those two plays right there, most likely the difference maker in this one. Man in motion's Charlie Thurlow, but looking to throw his hurt. He does over the middle, caught and complete. Nick Glass with the catch. Glass just a sophomore. But it's going to be 4th down and about 10.
4th and 10, Newburyport calling a timeout. That might be their last timeout.
Time stopped at 1:14. So if they can come up big here on defense, get the ball back, get another score, maybe another onside kick.
There you go.
So they had a successful one to start the second half. Why not do it again? You just never know.
Yeah, this fourth down's a big play because you're looking to get this ball back. Tell you, Manchester Essex not afraid to throw the ball. They just threw the ball there.
Yeah, I think head coach Joe Grimes got a lot of confidence in Zach Hurd. Lets him do what he wants. Make the play, as this kid is a true playmaker for the Hornets. He's been great all night for them. Looks like they're going to actually go for an extra field goal here on 4th and 10. They're at about the 20, so it's a 30-yard kick. Blocked by Newburyport, picked up at about the 10. Great play there by the Clippers. They're going to get the ball back with 1:11 on the clock.
Nice attempt here for the field goal. It's kind of surprised us they were going for the field goal. Felt like they had the kicker, but great job defensively. Special teams play for the big block.
Yeah, they had about 3 guys all over that for Newburyport. And they're going to get the ball back at about their own 11-yard line with 1:11 down 18-6. Try to get another score here, then an onside kick.
Yeah, defensively, you just keep guys in front of you. You back up a little bit. You let them catch the ball in front of you. You just don't let them get to the sideline.
If they can pull off this comeback, they might end up on ESPN tomorrow. Let's see if there's some magic left here for the Clippers. Spread offense out. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield is Suozo. He's just offset to the left of Miller. Miller drops back looking to throw. Got nowhere to go. Going to keep it. Gets to the 10, 15, 20. Going to run out of bounds. Smart play there by Jack Miller. First down with 1:03 on the clock.
Yeah, Miller picks up the first down, runs out of bounds, stops the clock.
First down and 10.
Miller with a slight limp. So he's been hit quite a few times tonight.
21-yard line.
But he's tough and resilient. He's going to hang in there, as this Clipper team has done all year. They never give up, and they certainly won't right now. With just 1:03 left in the ball game. Same offense out for Newburyport with 3 wide receivers spread out to the right, 1 to the left. Miller drops back looking for an open man. He throws it, got caught and complete. Doesn't get out of bounds, though. Number 5, Owen Mongo on the play, so time's going to keep ticking. 54 seconds on the clock and running. Hurry up offense out for Newburyport.
First down and 10.
We got a flag by the ref.
Penalty flag.
Time stopped at 43 seconds.
It's a bench flag.
Bench flag on the Hornets. Push them back. Oh, both sides.
Push him back.
All right, here we go. Time ticking away at 40 seconds. 2 wide receivers to the left, to the right. Miller looking to throw from the 30. He's got pressure, throws it over the middle. Caught and complete to the 50, out of bounds. Smart play, Paul Suozo.
Pass complete to
Hey, nice job that time by Miller. Sees Suozo. Heads up play by Suozo, too, to get out of bounds.
Yep.
Stops the clock.
Manchester Essex 48-yard line.
30 seconds. Ball at the 48-yard line.
Right back to that spread offense. 3 wide out to the right for the Clippers. Owen Mongo by himself on the left side. Suozo in the backfield. Miller, quick screen pass, caught and complete to Fowler. Got some room to the 40, 35. Brought down, first down. Let's see, the time's ticking away at 20 seconds. And they're going to spike it, Newburyport, to stop the time at 19 seconds. So first and 10 from the 35-yard line for Newburyport. Referee going to let them play on now.
That's
Another
crazy.
spike at 14 seconds.
Basically what happened was they spiked it. I don't know if the referee set the ball. He came back over, set the ball, started the clock again. No, they lost a few seconds there just on that.
Yes, they did.
It had nothing to do with the Clippers.
36-yard line.
All right, 14 seconds on the clock for the 36-yard line. Miller out of the gun, looking to throw, looking for that open man at about the 45, throws it over the middle. Oh, incomplete, comes up short. Another flag thrown at 57 for the Hornets, Caden Brennock.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
I didn't see what that was. Did you see that one, Steve?
I did not see a thing. There's been more flags tonight than I've seen in a long time. This time, though, it's against the Hornets, so this is going to help Newburyport. So 9 seconds on the clock. I think that was on Brennock, but I'm not sure what he did.
Manchester Essex.
But they're bringing that.
Foul.
Oh, yeah, personal. 15 yards. They're bringing that all the way down to the 21-yard line. So Newburyport, with 9 seconds left in the game, down 18-6, looking for a score here on this play.
10.
Spread offense, empty backfield. Miller all alone in the gun, looking to throw. He's got some time, going to scramble. Throws it. Incomplete pass, nobody there. 3 seconds on the clock.
Miller trying to make something happen there.
Marcus is incomplete.
3 seconds left. Be good right here. You look to get in the end zone and end the game with at least a score.
Let's see what they come up with here with 3 seconds left in the game. Manchester Essex going to go to 3-1 on the season. Newburyport 0-4. But a chance to score here with 3 seconds left from the 21-yard line of Manchester Essex. Suozo in the backfield with Miller, who's dropped back, looking to throw, trying to find an open man. Got pressure. Oh, makes glass miss. Still looking for a guy. He's scrambling to the left, throws to the end zone. Incomplete pass. That's going to do it. 18-6 Manchester Essex over Newburyport.
Thurston is incomplete.
Great game we had tonight, Sean.
Yeah, you have to credit Manchester Essex Hornets that time coming here. Stehlin Field on a Friday night, picking up a win over the Clippers. Did a nice job on both sides of the ball. I think Zach Hurd, quarterback for Manchester Essex, had himself a great game. Came up with some big pass plays when he needed to, and then a couple key runs to have the Manchester Hornets end up with the victory. And I think when you look at the Clippers, as we've been seeing, move the ball very well, 20-20. And it's just getting into that red zone, kind of hurt themselves with penalties, turnovers, things like that I'm sure Coach Weber will be working this week and cleaning that up. I think the Clippers are recognizing they're kind of hurting themselves in those key moments, and if they can clean those mistakes up, they could be coming up with some wins here.
Yeah, most definitely. I think the Newburyport team's close. They just, like you said, just clean up a few things, and they can take these losses and turn them into wins. And they've got some great defense in TJ Skiba. And the sophomore, I love him too. Bennett Baller, he had a great game for them. And really looking forward to the future for the Clippers.
Yeah, 100%, as they said, as you say, I think one of the key characteristics of the Clippers is they never quit. They play to the end, even all the way here. 2 minutes left. They're have an opportunity to maybe get into the end zone. So you got to credit the heart and in the efforts for the Clippers. They'll go back to the drawing board this week. Hopefully clean up those mistakes as we were talking about and go at it next week.
18-6, Manchester Essex over Newburyport here on homecoming night. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you listen on October 24th back here in Newburyport versus Triton. Make sure you tune in, 6:30 kickoff. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP.